Trying something new today. We will see how it works out. You know, it's episode 21. It is my lucky number, and we're just going all in on a new route today. We'll see if I do this again. The audio did not turn out the best. Let me just tell you that you are listening to a 1983 baby, which means that I have knowledge of how to record audio when you don't have the ability to download audio. So had to get creative today and make this work. But I wanted you to have the opportunity to workshop one of my techniques that is in my Captain Your Culture speeches. Today we are going to be investigating you. That's right. We are going to reflect on who you are, who you want to be, and what actions you can take to truly step into your potential. I am letting you know right now that there is a document for you to go download really quickly so that you can workshop this podcast episode with a handout. Now, why is that important? When your brain has the ability to organize information and see it in an organized way, you are more likely to take action with that information. So I don't know about you, I am a note taker by trade. I absolutely love taking notes. I love it. It's almost like a little obsessive. I have to be writing while I'm listening or in a presentation or in a meeting. But I never go back to my notes unless they are written like on an agenda or they are written in a space where there is a location for notes. And so I wanted to make you something today that you are able to download, print, and then work through the material. Now, if you are listening to me in the car or on a run or something like that, you're still going to be able to do the exercise. But I really, really want to empower you to go print off the workbook page. So what you're going to do is go to annvote.com/investigate-YOU. annvote.com/investigate-U. You're going to add your name and email, hit send me the PDF, and you will get it in your inbox. From there, all you got to do is print, or if you have an iPad, just open up your iPad and edit that doc. The whole goal today is for you to walk away in the next 20 minutes with action steps to take to truly get you to where you want to be as a leader. Let's dive into it. Here we go. How fun it would be to investigate in the month of December, because we are going into a new year of 2024. And if we think things are going to change in 2024 without us changing something for ourselves or with ourselves, we are so wrong. And so we really want to get clear in the month of December of how we can investigate ourselves so we can put our best foot forward in 2024. With the Investigate You PDF, all you got to do is print it out and you can go ahead and get started. If you're like, Ann, that sounds like too many steps. Okay, grab a piece of paper and grab a pen and let's get into it. Like I said, there is a reason we have to start with ourselves. The reason that I call my speaking gigs Captain Your Culture is because you, my friend, are the captain. You are in full control of your actions, your words, and your beliefs. And if you don't believe that, you're in the right place, because that is exactly what we work on here at Impact to Influence, is really taking accountability over ourselves and getting our beliefs so straightened out so that people can feel them through our words and our actions, and we can truly make a difference with our leadership. Now, a lot of you have heard me say that you are a leader, right? And that you can captain your culture. Who am I even talking to today? Absolutely, I am talking to people in business who have a team. I am talking to managers who oversee a group of employees. But I am also talking to that new hire who just got hired a month ago and is like, okay, what do I do now? I'm walking into a workplace culture that is either great, it is meh, or it is toxic. What can I do about this? And how can I show up every single day as a leader? I am also talking to moms and dads. Hello, what culture are you nurturing at home in your home for your little employees to grow and thrive in, right? How can we be setting up a home culture where our people, which is our kiddos, feel valued, trusted, and confident to succeed? Also motivated to try and willing to engage to even excel or meet an achievement, right? And so that is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to investigate you. Because why? Because you are the captain. Now, if you've ever been to one of my speaking engagements, you are fully aware that it is not just me standing on a stage and talking to you. Absolutely not. It is you fully engaged and fulfilling a workbook just like this. Now, this page is brand new. I made it just for this session today, but this page is exactly the kind of work we go through. Because if I stand up there and I just give you information, I am generalizing and I am hoping that it hits you where you need it. Well, I am not someone who hopes. I am a leader who creates, and I want to create an environment and an activity that you are fully engaged in and that you can apply directly to yourself and your own situation, which is exactly why we do work in my workshops. We do not just sit and listen and smile and enjoy ourselves for a few minutes. We get to work. And yes, we enjoy ourselves, but we walk away with a plan, and that is exactly what I'm hoping you do today. So let's get into it. If you've got a blank sheet of paper near you or you've got this printed out, if you are watching the playback, seriously, just hit pause. Go grab that link, go grab the document and print it out, because some of us just need it organized in a way that really helps our brain see the information, process it, and be able to apply it. So go take the time to do that if you are not watching live. All right. So first, I want you to think about who you are as a person right now. All of us have strengths. All of us have ways that we are coming off to others in a positive way. And I want you to just brainstorm. What are some of your current strengths at home, at work, in your relationships? Some of them that were shared last week in the podcast, and then I'll go through all 10 of them, is integrity. Is that one of your strengths? Are you being honest with the people around you at work? Delegation. If you manage anyone, even people in your home, are you delegating things to them? For example, we recently had a giant conversation with my kids about chores. For those of you who know me personally, you know we just got a puppy last Sunday, and so now there are more chores in the house. And so we had conversations about why we need to delegate the work of the home so that it doesn't all just fall on one human being. Communication. Are you a clear communicator? Are you a direct communicator? Are you an honest communicator? Self-awareness. That is exactly what we're doing right now by you looking through and reflecting on your role as a leader right now and who you are. That is absolutely self-awareness. Gratitude. Do you show gratitude to your employees, to your team, to your husband, to your wife, to your spouse, to your kids? Learning ability. Are you willing to learn, or do you think you know everything? Are you willing to learn? Do you like to learn, or do you think you know everything? That would not fall under strength. Notice I'm not asking you anywhere on the sheet to put down your weaknesses. We don't even need to go there, okay? We're just setting those back over here. All right. Influence. Are you positively influencing people to take action? For those of you who don't know, impact to influence. Impact means to have a strong effect on someone, and influencing someone means that you have an effect on the character or the development of that individual, even when you are not around. Empathy. Are you empathetic to your team, to your people? Are you courageous? And are you respectful? So those are just a few of them that they had down. I want you to take a look at your list. I want you to name as many as you can in that top box. Now, the next box, the next brainstorm, or if you are writing on a blank sheet of paper, just go down a little bit. And now I want you to write, what do you want to grow into? What attributes do you want to have as you lead your team and you lead your people, right? Is it one of those that I just listed that you're like, oh, not my strong suit, but I do want to grow in that way? Now, a lot of you will have the tendency to write down your weaknesses right here, and you'll just like positively reframe it, right? So let's say you're not organized. You're going to write how you want to grow is organized. Let me just tell you, if that is not true to you, if you truly do not want to get organized and become organized, don't write it down. Don't write it down. It actually does you quite a disservice because it makes your brain focus on something that you truly don't want to achieve. And so your brain will seek information out that proves to you you're not organized. So don't even write it down. If you have someone in your office who is organized for you, okay. Sure. Do you maybe want to grow in that area? Wonderful if you do. If you don't write it down. Don't write it down. Delegate. Maybe you're someone who's like, Anne, I need to be in control and I don't like delegating. Then don't write it down. Don't write it down. Okay? We're not here to make a list of things you think someone else wants you to write. We are here for you to think about, what are my strengths now and what strengths do I want to grow into? So go ahead. I'll give you about a minute to write down attributes that you want to grow into that are going to make you a better leader. And again, you might want to think about the people that you have in your life. What do they need? Maybe they need you being more organized. Maybe they need you more collaborative with someone else so that you can get more things done effectively, right? What are things other people might need from you that you personally would love to see yourself grow into? You're going to go ahead and fill that out there. All right, now comes the secret sauce. The secret sauce is not just writing these down. So many workshops, so many speakers, so many podcasts, so many things I listen to are like, think about it. And that's great. And thinking about it is the first step. But you got to write it down. And then you got to make a plan. Otherwise, you're not going to see change. And so down below, now we're on the chart. I want you to pick 5 attributes from up above. Some of them can be from your current list. Some of them can be from where you want to grow. But I need you to pick 5 attributes that you're like, yes, this is what I want. All right? I want you to think of the 5 you want to showcase at work to truly show off your potential, truly show the people around you who you are and how you want to help them succeed as well. So pick your top 5. When you pick your 5, notice the right-hand column says actions. Now, I am not going to ask you for actions that you are going to go take. I'm not going to ask you for actions you are going to go take. I am going to ask you, what action would someone else see you do and they would say out loud, Anne is so respectful. So if you wrote down your attribute as respectful, what action would someone on your team, someone in your house, see you do that proves you are respectful? So a lot of times when people are doing work like this, they'll say, I'm going to be respectful. And in the action column, they're like, I will be kind. I will be thoughtful. I will say thank you. And that's great. That's great. I need you thinking about the actions that someone else would see you do and say, wow, she is so organized. Wow, she is so prompt. If one of yours is to have more integrity, what are they going to see you do and then say to someone or say to you, you have so much integrity, right? Maybe you are in the break room and you overhear people bashing another employee. And you walk over and you say, hey, I'm sure there's better things we can be talking about than that employee, right? And someone else in the room sees that and says, ooh, she has integrity, or he has integrity. Maybe you fess up to a mistake you made and you say, you know what, I failed in this area. I am so sorry. Here's what I'm going to do to make it up to everyone, or here's what I'm going to do to make sure that that deadline does still get hit. And I'm just being honest that this is something that I didn't get done. Someone's going to say, wow, she really holds herself accountable. Wow, she's really honest. All right? So to wrap this up, I'm going to give you time on your own to think about what are your 5 attributes, and then what actions are you going to take that would show other people that you are this, right? That what action would be seen by someone else, and they would say, oof, he is really that thing. When you do this, you now have a plan for the actions you need to go put into action, right? You now know what you need to do. If I would not have had you do this full activity, and all I had you do was write down your strengths and then write down your weaknesses, you would not have a plan moving forward. You would know a little bit more about who you are. You would have reflected on who you are, but you would not have a plan moving forward. I want you thinking about how other people perceive you. And no. Don't focus on it and dwell on it and think that other people's opinions matter. No. I want you to think about how other people perceive your actions. Are you showing up and working hard? Are you modeling your expectations? Are you leading by example? Are you being honest? Are you being respectful? Are you being inclusive? What are you being that you then showcase to the office, to your home, in your relationship with your spouse, that then inspires them to not only know who you are, but they now feel like they are on the ship with you. You are the captain of your culture, and you are leading the way, whether you like it or not. And therefore, you need to make sure that your actions match your beliefs, and it matches where you want to go. There was a time where I was super stuck. I was super stuck in a position that I did not love. And I just remember complaining the whole time and really allowing myself to lower my own standards for who I was and when I showed up and how I showed up. And looking back, it just like shatters my heart that I allowed myself to go down that path. However, it happens to all of us, right? It happens to all of us. Here's what I want you to do, though. I want you to notice it. I want you to notice the moment it happens, and I want you to get this worksheet out, and I want you to say, no. Raise that standard. Yesterday you were talking about another staff member in the lounge. Today you're not going to do that. Because you know that afterwards you felt gross about that. You knew that was not who you are as a leader, right? So instead, you're going to go right to this, and you're going to say, okay, I'm going to show up in this way. I'm going to follow through on these actions so that other people know who I am and how I'm leading. And again, you might not have a team at all, but you can still lead yourself. And actually, you can lead other people even if you are not their direct supervisor.
Now, I know some of you got through that entire podcast episode without writing anything down. And I need you to believe me when I say that if you write down the 5 attributes you really want to showcase in 2024, and you think through and write down those actions that other people will witness to verify to them that you are showcasing those attributes on a daily basis, you are going to see so much more growth than if you end this episode in a minute or two and move on with your day. I highly encourage you. You just listened to 20 minutes of an action and an exercise that could change the way you lead. Don't leave it on the table, right? Write it down, put it somewhere, and really sink into those actions. Here's what's going to happen. The reason I have you write the actions down is now when you take those actions, your brain is going to light up. It is going to say to you, yes, Look at you stopping a negative conversation. Look at you sending out the agenda 3 days in advance, a week in advance. Look at you asking how someone's weekend is because you want to be more engaged with your staff. Look at you inviting others to sit with your table at lunch, right? Your brain is going to light up when you do the activities that you just wrote down. And why is that important? Because that is reassuring us that we are on the right path. And that's what we want, right? We want to take action and we want to know that it is matching the path we want to go down, which is exactly why I highly, highly, highly suggest you write those 5 attributes down that you really want to, you just really want to showcase in 2024 and the actions that others will see. It's just a different way to think about it, a different way to look at it that really gets your brain involved and engaged so that it can seek this behavior out from you. I am so excited to hear about how you are now set. Your brain is set to search for these actions and for the behaviors that you are taking that are proving these 5 attributes to be correct for you. Please send me a message. Shoot me an email at impact@anvote.com. Hit me up on Instagram at anvote or on Facebook as well under Impact to Influence, that Facebook page. I want to hear your stories. I want to know that your brain is in tune and that you are taking intentional actions to be the leader that you know you could be and that you know your people need. Speaking of what your people need, that is exactly what next episode is going to be about. Episode 22 is going to focus on investigating your culture, your current culture, and the culture you know your people will thrive in. We are going to do a very similar situation as this week, where it is going to be a workshop. I'm going to have a worksheet for you to fill out and write down and engage with in order to really think through the culture that you have and the culture that you want going into 2024. I cannot wait for you to come back to that. Now, I know some of you are excited about the December giveaway. Remember, there is a leadership bundle up for grabs. All you have to do to get entered is go to anvote.com/December-giveaway. On there, you can enter your name, your email, and a code word. And today's code word is going to be lucky. Why? Because episode 21 is my lucky number. It is the day of my birth. And so we're going to have lucky be the code word for today. Remember, when you enter that code word into the giveaway, you get double entries. Also, you get entries for sharing the social media posts on Impact to Influence Facebook page and the at Anvote on Instagram so that you can get more entries there just by sharing it and tagging me or Impact Influence in your post. I appreciate you so much. I am so glad you are diving in to who you want to be as a leader. Now remember, you can't just think about it. Now you got to go act on it. You are not going to be able to create change if you do not put these actions into play and you are not intentional about your actions. And friends, what if it works? What if you get to March of 2024 and you are consistently showing up with these 5 attributes? What I will always say is the best part of the impact method is that at any point you can go back through the material. So let's say you get to March and you are hearing compliments from your team. People are telling you, oh, I love how organized you are, or wow, your honesty is really helping me learn and grow in the office. And you're just feeling like, wow, I've really stepped into these 5 attributes and people are recognizing it. Guess what you can do in March? Re-listen to this episode and select
5 more attributes, ones that you really want to keep shining in and ones that you really want to grow into. And you can write down those actions and you can take that intentional action and you can watch how not only yourself embodies this leader and embodies this new person, but you will be able to see how your teammates start to step up as well. It is amazing. It is exactly how we create change over here at Impact to Influence. It is by modeling what we want out of others, by starting with ourselves first. Remember, you are the captain. You are the one that showcases your attributes and grows into the leader that you know you can be and create that culture that others can thrive in. We will see you back here next week.